to preparations for the postponed elections that will be held on Monday tomorrow. IEBC officials in Mombasa and Kakamega are distributing election material to polling stations across the two counties ahead of voting tomorrow. Now, Citizen TV's Seth Olale is following the process in Mombasa, now joins us live. Seth Olale, a few minutes ago, the IEBC officials had not started distributing the materials. Have they started now? And what is the progress?
Well, good afternoon, Weekly for Randy. They had, and indeed they started this particular exercise of distribution of the materials way early as from 10 a.m., just signaling actually the proper preparations in regards to tomorrow's much awaited gubernatorial election. What we know is that all the returning officers representing the 6 constituencies have already received the necessary voting materials. But right now I just want to rope in the county returning officer who is Swala Yusuf, just to give us the latest update actually in regards to the preparations as far as the over 641,000 registered voters are concerned. We know that already these particular materials are being expected, at the over 1,000 polling stations in Mombasa County. What else do we know in regards to preparations ahead of the election that is actually just less than 24 hours to go?
Thank you very much, Seth. This is Mombasa. Swalha Yusuf, the county returning officer. We have in place all the materials. In fact, we will dispatch the poll officials and the materials shortly, maybe in half an hour or an hour's time. We will be sending them to the polling stations. We have 1,041 polling stations in Mombasa County, 641,913 registered voters. So all the materials are ready, the ballot papers are okay, everything is okay. We have the KIMS kits in place and everything is excellent. We are waiting shortly in about an hour's time to dispatch our poll officials to the polling stations.
And so far we haven't witnessed any incident in regards to a mix-up of the ballot materials, the names of all the 7 candidates, plus their correct image or photos, all intact. And this means that everything is on course, really.
Yes, everything is okay. That was an error that happened, but it was corrected. And right now, we have all the ballot papers for all the stations, and they are okay. Everything is okay. So we are ready to go to the polling stations in an hour's time in preparation for tomorrow.
And I know that these exercises are also a multi-sectorial procedure in regards to security in place, also logistics, and just a bit of a concern by a section of those candidates in regards to security. I know you've been having these meetings with the security, the county commissioner, the police commander in Mombasa, but so far in regards to that, security is going to be beefed up in all the 1,041 polling stations. What is the security situation like?
You can see from the background, we have enough security. This is Mvita constituency, the Tallying Center, Swahili Culture National Museum of Kenya, and we have enough security. We have vehicles around here, so many vehicles with the security. They are waiting for the returning officer to issue the presiding officers with the material so that they can leave. So we are very much prepared in terms of security. Every polling station has enough security, and we have some who will be on patrol and enough security officers for the tallying center. So we are much prepared on issues to do with security.
And of course, according to law, we know that the polling stations are supposed to be opened as from 6 a.m. and closed by 5 p.m. But apart from this general knowledge, what else are you going to what can you add more in regards to those who are really looking forward to take part in this particular historic moment, the moment the polling stations get open tomorrow?
Okay, what I can talk about to the voters in particular, I'd inform them that they are aware, but this is a reminder that apart from the stations being open from 6 a.m. tomorrow, they will be required to walk to the polling stations with their national ID or passport, that one which they used to register during the registration period, the registration of voters, so that they can take part in the process of voting.
Before I let you go, Swala, one more issue is the changes that were actually made in terms of the clerks and some of the POs. We are meant to understand that, some actually went on leave, and there was a slight change in regards to the number and composition of the clerks, plus the presiding officer. Will this actually affect the process in any way?
No, the process won't be affected because we have adequate poll officials. We have enough. In fact, we didn't use the number that we used during the general election. Like during the general election, we had 6 clerks. Now we are using only 3 clerks. So we have enough poll officials, and in fact, some are still visiting our offices requesting to be considered for these jobs. So we have enough poll officials, and they were reshuffled to ensure that they were familiar to the stations, so we want to ensure that they get to new stations and meet new people.
Thank you, thank you. We can have this discussion over and over again. That was the returning officer, the county returning officer for Mombasa, Swala Yusuf, just giving us a live update as far in regards to preparations ahead of tomorrow's much awaited Mombasa gubernatorial election here in this particular coastal city. And we're here in Mvita Constituency Tallying Center. And of course, we will be also looking at what's happening in the remaining 5 other constituencies. We're talking about Nyali, Jomvu, Kisauni, Changamwe, and Likoni as well. So we're just capping here, Wycliffe and our viewers, in regards to the much anticipated election following 2 previous cancellations. But this time, everything looks set. And of course, we're just here to give live updates as to what time it will start and when it will end, and the eventual tallying and final declaration of the winner.